Welcome back to Stellar Guy. Today, we're taking you through a standout episode from Reba, Meet the Parents. In this episode, Reba faces the challenge of keeping up appearances when her parents, Helen and JV, come to visit. But as always, nothing goes quite as planned in Reba's world. Get ready for a weekend packed with unforgettable encounters, hilarious misunderstandings, and Reba's classic family drama. The episode kicks off with Reba on the phone with her dad, JV, making plans for their visit. She cheerfully reminds him not to show her any armadillos he might hit on the way down. Once off the phone, she gathers her kids to share the news. Meemaw and Grandpa are coming down for the weekend, stopping by on their way to celebrate their anniversary with a dove hunting trip. The family has mixed reactions. While Reba's thrilled, the kids are less enthusiastic. Kyra, in particular, dryly suggests that Reba is asking them to lie about how great things are. Reba reluctantly agrees, emphasizing that she just wants her parents to see that everything is going smoothly, even though her ex, Brock, has moved out. Reba then organizes sleeping arrangements for the weekend, setting up a happy family act for her parents. Cheyenne and Van are moved to Kyra's room, and Kyra will bunk with Reba. Kyra protests, humorously dubbing her grandparents sex maniacs, and refusing to let them sleep in her room. Meanwhile, Reba's youngest, Jake, echoes Kyra's sentiments, sparking a playful debate about where the grandparents will sleep. Just as Reba is about to get things settled, Brock unexpectedly shows up with Jake's forgotten backpack. Reba shares her parents' upcoming visit with him, insisting that he should make a brief appearance so her parents don't suspect anything unusual. As Reba wraps up her conversation with Brock, Barbra Jean makes her usual upbeat entrance. Trying to avoid complications, Reba tells Brock to come alone, hoping to prevent any unnecessary drama. When Reba's parents, Helen and JV, finally arrive, the family is ready to put on their best behavior. Reba rushes to greet her parents, determined to make a good impression. Helen, ever the doting mother, immediately criticizes Reba's choice of outfit, questioning why she isn't wearing the blouse she'd sent her. Reba reassures her mom that she's saving it to wear the next day, eager to keep her mother happy. As Jake greets his grandparents, JV gives him an unexpected gift, a real knife. Reba is visibly concerned, but JV insists that it's a perfect present. The humor continues as Helen, noticing Cheyenne's pregnancy, exclaims about how glowing she is, not realizing it's because Cheyenne is actually a little embarrassed. Van, Cheyenne's husband, is nervous to meet Reba's parents, fearing they'll judge him. Helen quickly puts him at ease, recounting how she and JV married young too. She reassures him that what matters most in marriage is hard work, not age. To make her point, she shares the story of a locket that JV gifted her on their 3rd anniversary. Since they couldn't afford a diamond ring at the time, JV had saved up and given her the locket with a ring in it. Helen gives the locket to Cheyenne as a keepsake, sharing her hope that Van and Cheyenne's marriage will be as happy as hers. But before leaving, she insists on separating their beds to avoid any more grandchildren. Later, Reba is setting up lunch for her parents when Brock arrives. Despite his awkwardness, he offers a gift to JV, 3 packs of floss, adding to the humor of the moment. JV, who'd initially been upset with Brock, can't help but forgive him, accepting the gift with a laugh. Just as Reba is hoping things will stay under control, Barbra Jean arrives, pie in hand and full of cheer. She introduces herself to Reba's parents, trying to make a good impression, but Helen is unimpressed. After exchanging polite greetings, Barbra Jean cheerfully asks if she can stay for lunch. Reba's mom is initially horrified by Barbra Jean's enthusiasm and awkwardly insults her while pretending to compliment her, leading to more laughs. Reba does her best to hold things together, urging her mom to be civil for the sake of the family. Helen reluctantly agrees, but continues making snarky comments throughout the meal, adding tension to the scene. While all this is happening, Van and Cheyenne are trying to create memorable moments in their marriage, inspired by JV and Helen's long-lasting relationship. Cheyenne gifts Van a heartfelt keychain, symbolizing that he holds the key to her heart. However, Van, thinking she's gotten him a car, is disappointed when he realizes it's just a keychain. Later, Van tries to be romantic by hiding Cheyenne's ring inside a Twinkie, attempting a grand gesture he's seen in movies. but Cheyenne finds it strange and gross, leading to a comically awkward exchange. The couple is clearly struggling to create the same romantic memories that their grandparents have, adding humor to the episode's ongoing theme of young versus old love. Determined to make the most of the weekend, Helen convinces Reba and Barbra Jean to go shopping with her. Reba, wanting to keep her mom happy, reluctantly agrees. During the outing, Barbra Jean and Helen bond over their love of outlet malls and bargain hunting, finding themselves in an impromptu sing-along to Respect by Aretha Franklin. Reba joins in, caught up in the fun of the moment, and the three women share a rare connection. But as the song ends, Reba immediately feels uncomfortable for bonding with Barbra Jean, remembering the complicated relationship between them. Her inner conflict adds a layer of tension to an otherwise lighthearted moment. Back at the house, Reba finally confronts her mother, who has been critical of her divorce and life choices. Helen has made various comments about the importance of a long and happy marriage, and Reba, feeling inadequate, tells her mom how these comments have affected her. In a surprising twist, Helen softens, admitting she hadn't meant to make Reba feel like a failure. She praises Reba for being strong and holding her family together despite everything. The two women share a rare, heartfelt moment of understanding, and Helen acknowledges that while Reba's family doesn't look traditional, she respects her daughter's resilience. As the weekend wraps up, JV shares his own wisdom with Van, offering some advice about how to make a marriage last. He jokingly mentions that silence and playful intimacy have kept his marriage with Helen strong. JV's lighthearted advice leaves Van both surprised and amused, showing how marriage can be both funny and insightful. Before leaving, JV privately reassures Reba that he's proud of her for managing her life with strength and humor. He refers to her as his little firecracker, bringing the episode's emotional arc full circle and reinforcing the bond between Reba and her parents, despite their differences. Just when everyone thinks the weekend is over, Cheyenne and Van find that their beds have been pushed together in their room, suggesting that Helen and JV made a romantic memory of their own. Cheyenne and Van are horrified, realizing that their grandparents' lasting love comes with some unexpected quirks. The episode ends on this funny note, showing that love and family are always full of surprises. And that's a wrap on Reba's episode, Meet the Parents. From navigating family dynamics to finding the humor in life's challenges, this episode showcases Reba's unique blend of comedy and heart. Thanks for joining Stellar Guy for this breakdown. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more recaps that dive deep into TV's funniest moments. See you next time.